welcome back. So today I have a video for you on the new Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadows. Such a tongue twister. These things have taken the world by storm, or the makeup world by storm that is, with their incredible beautifulness. Now, Stila released a bunch of different colors, and I had you guys all vote on my Snapchat at what color you wanted to see. This one in Kitten Karma received the most votes. So this is like a liquid glitter eyeshadow. I've been raving about them on my channel for a little over a month now, and I've been wearing them in a ton of videos. You guys have been asking for a tutorial on them. So my amazing, beautiful friend Cassie and I decided to do a collab video on the Stila eyeshadows because we've been loving them so much. We thought this would be a great opportunity to collab. Now, if you don't follow me for a long time, or Cassie, you won't know, we go way back. Cassie was like she was my very first friend. She was the person who encouraged me to start a channel. I was one of her first subscribers, and I won her 100 subscriber giveaway like 5 or 6 years ago, whatever it was when we started YouTube. So I love her dearly. We've been through thick and thin, and she's getting married finally this summer, so I'm really excited to be part of that wedding. So anyways, so we've collabed before in the past, and we just thought it was time again. So in this video, I'm going to be pairing it with an oldie but goodie palette, the Lorac Unzipped palette. I'm trying to go back through and use some of my old favorites, so I used this in the tutorial with this. Now, if you're coming from Cassie's channel, hopefully you guys subscribe and stay a while. And if you are watching this and you're not subscribed to Cassie, head over to her channel, check out her video, and subscribe. She has done an amazing job at putting out great content. She's gotten a better camera, better lighting, so her videos are like right now. So definitely check them out, and let's just go ahead and get into the look. It's very, very simple, and if these glitter shadows are a little bit intimidating to you, I think I know the way to make them unintimidating. I have hooded eyelids, so I have to have a little trick of drying them so that they don't transfer to the crease. So stick around, let's get into the look, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a video. All right, I've done enough talking, let's go. Starting with this color Unconditional in the Lorac Unzipped palette, I'm just using a fluffy brush and putting this all through the crease. It's a big fluffy brush, so I'm just kind of being messy with it and built up the color. I dipped into it a couple of times just to get a nice transition. Then I'm going with the shade Untamed, and I'm putting this with a smaller brush directly into the crease, concentrating a little bit more on the outer corners. This has like I said that word, a little. This has a little bit of shimmer in it, but not too much. For under the brow bone, I'm using this color Undercover, and just kind of I don't want it too highlighted under there. Now, to add some depth, I'm using the color Unbridled, which is the more matte burgundy-ish shade in the palette. And then I went back in with that original Unspoken brush and color and blended that out through the lid. Now, the star of the show. This is the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in Kitten Karma, and I'm just using the wand applicator. It's a flat applicator, and I'm putting it all on my lid. Now, as you can see, it gets pretty precise. This is me letting it dry because I have hooded eyelids, so I need to let it dry a little bit. So I went and let it dry, tapped it, and a little bit of glitter transferred into the crease. But let me tell you, just a little bit, and if you use eyeshadow, it will flake away right there. So I go back in with eyeshadow to kind of soften the edges, and that's how I get it, and then it doesn't seem to like crease and transfer on me. There is a little bit of glitter fallout if you end up touching your eyes, but I just like to let it dry before I open my eyes, to be honest, because I have such hooded eyes. So I'm going back in with the colors Unbridled and Untamed, which are the two darkest, and I'm just going right in the crease, and it will kind of flake off or diffuse right there in the crease so there's not too much transfer. And then I'm using this color Uncensored, which is a little bit more of a bronze shade, and I'm just kind of deepening up the outer corners and just using that to blend through, which is a nice bronze shimmer shade. And I don't usually put shimmer in the crease, but I thought with this look, what the heck, because I mean, hello, I have glitter all over my eyeballs. So for my liner, I'm using the Kat Von D Tattoo liquid liner in a Trooper. I'm just doing a wing liner because we are going to go ahead and put on lashes. I did have mascara on from earlier in the day because I filmed this at like 11 p.m. So I'm going in with Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint in Classic Ivory. I love this stuff. It doesn't work for some people, but this is like my go-to combination these days. Is I use this and I like to blend this in with a brush. And then just for a little bit more coverage on my cheeks where I have a little bit more redness and discoloration, I go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Honestly, a dot. Literally. Just one little dot. And I blend that in with the Beauty Blender. And a dot will give you like enough coverage for your entire face. So I kind of just go on my cheeks and like my hairline, which is where I got sunburned really bad in the past. And I have like age spots there. Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in L5 Neutral. I haven't used this very much, so I don't really have very many opinions about it, but it is kind of brightening under the eyes, and I liked it, honestly, this time that I used it, but I did not have it on for very long, so I cannot tell you, like, wear time longevity, how it looks after a while. So I just went in, blended that in, and then I'm going to set it all with the Hourglass Ambient Light Powder in Ethereal Light. I love this stuff. I'm just using a Real Technique setting brush, going under the eyes, on the chin, and then I'm kind of going right where under where my contour would be, and just kind of structuring that out before I go in with my bronzer, because I always get carried away. This is the Ambient Lighting Bronzer from Hourglass in Luminous Bronze. Got to get under that chin. You know how I like to do it. Just in case you fall, someone could see up under there. So I usually go really hard with my bronzer and blush. I don't have an excuse for myself. I got big cheeks. That's the only thing I can come up with. And I just really get carried away. So I like to go in and touch up to kind of bring some structure back with that powder. So that's what I did there. With the blush today, I'm using Milani Romantic Rose blush, and I tried to not use very much, but it's very pigmented, so I'm going in with this highlight from MAC Cosmetics. This is the Extra Dimension highlighter in Double Gleam. And then I didn't get a picture of this, but this is MAC's eyeliner in Costa Riche. I love it. It's like a warm brown shade. It goes perfect with this look. So I'm going to use Unspoken and Unconditional under the lash line and just kind of blend out that liner. I haven't worn dark liner in my waterline in a while, so this is new. I usually like to use a nude, but I liked the way it turned out. Then I'm using the shade Unreal, which is like a pinky shade, and I'm putting that in the inner corner. And then for my lips today, I'm using Sephora's gel liner in the Nudest, which I really like this. It's a very nice like neutral nude shade. It almost has like a little bit of a grayish to it. And then this is Too Faced Melted Matte in Queen Bee. And that is the finished look. If you would like to pop on lashes, you can do so. I decided to go with ESQUIDO lashes in BFF, and that is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to head over to Cassie's channel and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys so much. I already said that. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.